everyone, how's it going? Delrith here, bringing you a video that I haven't done before, a patch notes update for an infamous game only known as Cyberpunk 2077. Now, I did a poll with the community, and the community said, hey Del, we want you to do a video on the Cyberpunk patch notes. And I've never done something like this, so gotta give me a little bit of wiggle room. You know, I'm gonna do my best, but having gone through and actually 100% of the game with charity in mind back when we did that, we gave out 50 copies of the game. I figured, yeah, hey, why not? Let's just go through the patch notes and comment on what I remember and really just go through them bit by bit. I'll try to skip through the boring stuff, and Josh, our awesome editor, will cut out some of the really stupid technical stuff I probably talk about for no reason. But yeah, if you like this video, do me a favor and drop a like at the end of it. Definitely talk about this stuff in the comments down below. Remember, new YouTube channel requires lots of engagement to get picked up, and I will need the help from everybody in the community and everyone that likes my content to push forward. All right, let's look at the list of changes coming to PC, Stadia, Stadia. I don't know how Stadia is still alive, but you know, good on them. All right, so this is a quick overview. We got new weapons, additional apartments, hairdressing mirror. Oh man, rebalance of the economy, loot and gameplay systems, ray tracing. All right, local shadows on a game that already got like 30 FPS on most PCs. We're gonna add even more ray tracing. Although I did hear that they did get better FPS overall, so you know, hey, it is what it is. Various visual quality improvements, spatial headphone audio, nice. Was previously added, and it was previously added on PC already for ray traced. Improved crowd reactions. Okay, so when you like shoot a crowd, they're not just gonna be like, oh, okay, all right, interesting. And that's about it, other than the DualSense thing for PS5. Oh, let's go down here. Next gen exclusives. Added ray tracing to next gens. So instead of getting 5 FPS on your PlayStation 4, you're gonna get 2 FPS. Pretty sick. I'm joking, it's for PS5 only. So instead of getting 40 to 50 FPS, you're gonna get like 30 with that on the PlayStation 5. I don't know about Xbox. I assume it can't be much better. They added a performance mode, 4K. Oh, 60 FPS with dynamic 4K scaling. All right, ate my words immediately. Additional content. So the first thing they did was add more apartments. You can rent apartments and have more places to stay. This was one of the biggest complaints in the original game, is that there was really nothing, or not very many places for you to stay. It was very limited. You had to always go back to that giant mega apartment block. And yeah, hey, you know what? I'm down for it. Add more customization and more places to live. Add more stuff, and all apartments share the same stash. This is good. Looks like we got one on every end of the map. You got Northside, Japantown, the Glen, and Corpo Plaza. Oh, you can live in the Corpo area. Cool. Additionalize, you can now customize his starting apartment using the Easy States website for 10,000. All right, cool. More customization. Can't really complain. They promised a lot of stuff like this. Some interactions in the apartments provide a temporary buff. That's cool. Good stuff. I haven't had a chance to play 1.5 yet, by the way. Just going over the patch notes just for clarification. What I do, take a shower, refreshed, allows you to regenerate health during combat. That's cool. Increases health regen by 20 and your health regen threshold by 20%. Rested is XP, of course, just standard stuff. Appearance customization. You can now change your hair, makeup, piercing when using the mirror in any of your apartments. Awesome. You can do it as much as you like. Cool. Solid. Awesome, awesome, awesome. More awesome. So much awesome. What's new at Wilson's? You can check out Wilson's Second Amendment store in Mega Building. Right, there's going to be a lot of them. 2 new weapons, the Power Assault Rifle, a Dara Polytechnic Umbra, and a Budget Arms Guillotine, which is a power submachine gun. Lots of new weapon scopes, new weapon attachments. Ooh, look at that. Muzzle brakes, 10 new muzzle brakes, 5 for handguns. Oh, cool. Awesome. Lots of new stuff. Living City. Let's see. Combat AI. Multiple fixes NPCs make melee and range combat reactions, taking cover, positioning, reloading, equipping weapons, dodging, blocking, and many others. Okay, so most enemies shouldn't stand there and get shot in the face anymore. Definitely an improvement. Huge improvement. Multiple improvements to dismemberment triggers, hit reactions, death animations, greater impact to ranged and melee combat. Good. It felt like you were hitting people with a wet noodle before. Enemies are now much better at blocking and evading. The Kerenzikov attacks. Heavier the weapon and easier it is to hit. This is the opposite true for evading. Okay, further diversification of melee range combat behaviors. So the factions actually behave special now. which is cool. Previously, they just all kind of stood there and got shot in the face or charged you. Followers now contribute more in combat, but can be defeated and temporarily disabled if they receive enough punishment. Now here's the question: do you have to revive them, or do they auto revive? I don't know. Hope they auto revive. Numerous fixes and balance to changes in Netrunner combat. Good. That was all boring. I didn't like Netrunner anyway. Aggressive crowd behavior. Certain NPC can and will enter combat with a player when provoked by aiming, shooting, or fighting. This change is not available on the previous generation of consoles. Okay, well, PS4's, sorry, don't get it. Whole new driving stuff. So you got burnout mode. That's awesome. Lots of oversteer, drifting, etc. New braking system produces consistent performance. Awesome. No longer just going to be... I guess one of the worst things in the entire game was the driving. I gotta be completely honest. There were mods that went and fixed this. So it's good that they're doing braking, they're doing new engine simulation, clutch simulation, resistance forces, gearbox simulation. They're improving motorcycles, they're improving tunes to various cars, and they're adding first-person perspective to all vehicles that needed it. There was one supercar where you literally couldn't see over the dashboard. So yeah, good to see these things that should have been in the game at launch finally getting added. Vehicle traffic, good. New traffic. Panic reaction to danger. Traffic now has the ability to drive away instead of just sitting there and letting you die. NPC passengers can now die from car crashes. Alright, cool. You can run into people and kill everyone inside. Alright, gameplay. Let's see what they got. Various changes related to economy, including increased rewards from jobs and open world activities and decreased prices for vehicles and cyberware. Thank God. It sucked ass to have to do everything to be able to afford small stuff, and it genuinely felt like a chore to earn money in that game for the first like 16 hours. Good. Rebalanced and improved the functionality of clothing mods. Thank God there were so many crappy ones. There was like 95% of them were bad, and then there were a couple that were super bogus. All equip mods were moved back in your inventory. Good. Rebalanced damage over time, reducing primary damage, burning, bleeding, poison. Okay. I just want to say for the record, I don't like when developers, when it's a PvE only game, a single player only game, I don't like when they take stuff and they just neuter it. I don't like when things are strong and they just destroy it. It's a PvE game. And yes, some things are overpowered in games like this. Think of Skyrim. But that is up to the player if they want to abuse it. Some people want to have fun. You know, doing tons of burns, bleeds, and dots and stuff. It's fine. It doesn't need to be balanced. These things don't affect other players. People could just choose not to play that way. Reduced chance to disrupt trajectory of smart bullets by Tiger Claws. Yes, this was awful, 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 awful. They just, like, smart guns were just useless against the Tiger Claws. Cyberware, it's now possible to sell unused cyberware. Okay, so you could like pull your penis prosthetic off and sell it to a dude. Awesome. So just lots of nerfs and changes for no reason. I mean, like, again, it's okay to make stuff viable, but I feel like you should never nerf things in a PvE game. Combat, optimization, AI, overall combat. Okay, cool. So we got numerous fixes and improvements, interruptions, all that stuff, fixed all the dodge, reloads, attacks, depth. This is good because a lot of the NPCs, again, were just really stupid and would just sit there and let you beat them up. And now that they're actually going to respawn to you and you're going to have like better hit reaction, reload, block, and dodge animations with enemies and yourself, like this is good. I'm solid. That's good. Reduced explosion damage dealt to the player. Excellent. Instant died from explosions all the time. A lot of people complained about this when the review went up back on the other channel I was on. Fixed cases where NPCs from the same group or faction didn't join combat when they witnessed their comrades fighting. Oh yeah, I remember you could like beat up a cop and the other cops would be like, hey, all right, what's going on? That's fine. That's good. Hit reaction when hit with a grenade or upon entering combat. Whatever, that's small. Shotgunners will rush you. Oh, that's great. Enemies equipped with combat stims will only use them when their health's below 30%. That's good. That'll make it so they don't spam it anymore. Oh, yeah, and speaking of which, for combat, they nerfed the crap out of crits. It's not in the patch notes, but crits got neutered. Crit builds are, like, not even close to as good as they were now. Perks. Okay, redesigned perks. Blood Swell, Human Shield, Not even gonna say that word. Cold blood, coldest blood, cutthroat. We renamed the stealth skill to ninjutsu. We're ninjas now. Ninjutsu. Why? Why would you rename stealth? It could still say stealth. It doesn't need to be ninjutsu. Player mechanics. V is now able to. Oh my god, we could go through glass now. So we got, what else do we have? Summoned vehicles could spawn inside one another. Yep, lots of exploding cars being launched in the air. Remember that? Hijacking a car, cause them to clip through the roof and remain. I remember that. Vehicle could be frozen in the air. Oh god, now I remember that. Yep, well, that was still a bug. Alright, what did they do to weapons? They rework throwing knives, not lost after each throw, but return to their hands after a set cooldown time. That's awesome. Throwing knives were cool. I hated losing them. Smart gun projectiles to have same value. That's awesome. Silenced gunshot sound range from 3 meters to 8 meters. This, again, just punishes people for no reason. It's a PvE game. Stamina cost reduction while attacking. Okay, now it works. Weapon mods increase damage by flat value now. Good. Lots of UI changes. Now, this is important because there were mods that fixed UI. That needed to fix UI because the UI in Cyberpunk was trash. Skip time interface is different. Various map usability improvements. Awesome. Dynamic filters and zooms. Graphics for various scopes. You're not going to have the really like Play-Doh looking scopes anymore, hopefully. They're really crappy UIs and holos. Visual consistency good. Song name when it plays on the radio. Absolutely amazing. Don't got to use a phone anymore to figure that out. Name of the vehicle now gets to show in the HUD. Great. Glad I know what car I'm driving. Items placed in your stash will now have appropriately displayed stats on their tooltips. Great. A crosshair for knife throwing. Awesome. A lot of these things seem to be like, you should have had this in at launch stuff. But, you know, whatever. Just a lot of fixes. A lot of bugs. I can't believe it took them this long to do this. To fix a lot of these. I hadn't been keeping up with this, but a lot of these seemed like things they should have fixed, like, fast. Way faster than they did. Added a few secrets in Night City. Cool. Lots of new secrets. That's awesome. Extended romances. Ooh, I don't just have to go to the brothel part of town and find love anymore. Excellent. You can romance Judy even more. Nice. Add interactions in the homes of love interests. Maybe they'll offer me a drink now. Oh, you can sleep in bed now. Aw, yeah. You can reject non-essential holocalls. You no longer have to listen to every single freaking person who calls you, and you'll get a text message instead. Thank God. One of the things that I hated was like when I just get called over and over and over, and it kept interrupting my song. Open world. V has standing with fixers. Fixer gigs will appear gradually in your sets as your standing increases, and a fixer will offer you another set of gigs only after the previous set is completed in a given district. Improved water appearance. It no longer just looks flat and awful. Absolutely amazing. And they added, oh my god, they finally caught up to 2010 and added gun effects when you shoot water. That's amazing. Took them forever. You know, this next gen game finally added splash effects for bullets, baby. Improved visual rain effects on vehicles. Cool. Raindrops are no longer afraid of falling. All right. Oh, what do we got? Environment. Drastically reduce the amount of loot laying around as part of an effort to allow players more breathing room to experience quest scenes in the world. This is... if it means lootable loot, I don't like this. This just hurts the economy. They had economy issues, and now this just makes it worse. We'll see how good it is. Let me know in the comments how good this is. If this made a lot of a difference or if it punished you. Oh, lots of PC fixes. Resolution would be blocked. Cool. They fixed the AMD bugs. Windows 7 future support. And they discontinued support for NVIDIA 700 series. So you got to upgrade. Sorry, can't be 25 years cards. All right. So that's it. Lots and lots of changes. Gotta say, anyway, yeah, good on CD Projekt Red for actually continuing to develop the game and doing all these fixes. Maybe in like 20 years, the game will be where they said it would be. And, you know, these are all solid. I appreciate everything they've added. Appreciate the optimization, the extra stuff for players. Just all this stuff for free, too, by the way, for people that own the game. So big props to that. I do not like any of the PvE changes. I think the way to balance games that are like RPGs and single player is to buff things that are awful and leave things that are strong being strong. Don't punish players for playing the way they want to. If a player doesn't want to use something overpowered, they just won't use something overpowered. It's like stealth archers in Skyrim. They were broken as heck and everybody abused them, but it wasn't like that was a bad thing. People just wanted to play overpowered stealth archer. So I don't necessarily agree with that, but I do like a lot more guns. I do like the attachments. I like the customization, the apartments, all that. And yeah, solid. So yeah, that's the Cyberpunk 1.5 patch news. You can check it out for yourself. Just search Cyberpunk 2077 1.5 patch. I'll include this link down in the description. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if you've been playing this, how much of an update this is, how much of an upgrade over the previous patch this was. Anything that you've noticed, drop it down in the comments, and I will read them, of course, like I always try to do. I'm going to be, as of this video, be reviewing. The next video will be Destiny 2 Witch Queen, full review. So stay tuned for that. And then after that, we're, of course, going to be going right into Elden Ring. I will be streaming most of my Destiny 2 and Elden Ring review process on twitch.tv/Delrith. Feel free to go over there and follow that. And again, follow the channel, drop a subscribe, you know, ring the bell if you want notifications for videos like this, and engage in comment conversation down below. And well, I guess at this point, the only thing to say is I'll be seeing you in the next video. Bye.